Hello, YouTube, and welcome to part number of Dark Souls 2. We're just killing everything run. I don't remember what number it is. I forgot to look. Between this part and last part, we're still at the fog door for Velstadt. I despawned everything in Undead Crypt. I went back to the Shrine of Amana, and I despawned all the Pyromancers at the Shrine of Amana. And then I went back to the Cardinal Tower and despawned the fire-breathing salamanders. The only enemies left to despawn are shaded ruins going towards Aldia's Keep, which I will get at story relevance. And yeah, that's it. It's just everything going story forward. There's no optional side areas that have not been cleaned out. Same plan as last time. We're gonna bring this man with us, Grave Warden, because once this fight's over, he's dead to me, and I'm just gonna walk over to him and kill him and his guards. But I want him to help me kill Velstadt first. He needs some joy in his life before I murder him. So we're starting off with the boss fight. I expect this to go clean. We've remembered the thing we need to remember about Velstadt. We know we can poison him. There's the poison. This is the big damage, because he just sits there and eats. Oh, Grave Warden, you're dead. Thank you for your service, Grave Warden. But you're dead. Can I see his health bar? Is he taking poison damage? No. I remembered that attack and still just ate it on the chin. You died, boss defeated. We call that a draw in the business. It's gonna give it to the boss, it's not gonna give it to me. Yep, gave it to the boss. Hey, I didn't. How you doing? Okay. We run it back. We do it again. Shame I don't have something like... Are we taking a vote, or are we just asking Bobby to buy it for us? Because that's how that question reads. Uh... That strategy was great. We're gonna do it again. That strategy was flawless. Can you lay off? Good dodge. Okay, there's the poison. I don't... God, that looks so brutal. I was like, I don't know how many hits it takes to put the poison on Velstad. That's a good attack. We like this one. Yeah. There's King Vendrick. As I said before the recording started, King Vendrick's health is an inverse scalar based on how many Soul of a Giants you have. King's Ring. Can I help you, King Vendrick? I'm just trying to read chat real quick. Yeah. I think our aunt also bought one of those fireplace display stands. I don't remember.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east. Bearer of the curse, if you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk these grounds without really knowing why.
Dots. Dots. Okay. So, you know. That's Velstad. Velstad is unironically a wall boss. The dude just hits like a truck in phase 2. So, what does the King's Ring get you? Well, it gets you disappointment. So, let's start with Cardinal Tower. You know what? This goes back to my passive regen ring. And this goes to the King's Ring, which lives at the bottom. Ah, yes. Disappointment. The one thing Dark Souls has in spades. Correct. You can walk up to these doors and they open because you're wearing a ring. You're real special-like. Also, hidden loading screens. The place unbeknownst. Also known as, hey, we started the game right there. This is one of those moments of just Dark Souls level design is really good. Yes, you can meme on the fucking broken elevator that goes up and you end up inside a volcano. But at the start of the game, you can see the tree that takes you towards one of the endgame locations. So there's that one. There is... I went to that one specifically because it has a bonfire. There's one in Shaded Woods, which I will hold off for on a second. And then there is one in... surprisingly enough, the place labeled Kingsgate. There is, on the Second Wind YouTube channel, there is a design delve into map design in Dark Souls. And it specifically talks about one of the core philosophies in map design in Dark Souls is everything spirals down. So like, in a very literal sense, we're walking on a spiraled path. We're starting at the top of a hill, and at the bottom of the hill, there's a fog gate. Or you walk into a new area, and you're overlooking a field, and you can see where all the enemies are, and you can plan your plan of attack. That is Dark Souls map design philosophy. That you are always above going down, so you have the ability to take in information. And when you have to go back up, it is shown on the other side of the valley, so you can see the up as well. Because we killed Vengrel back in Shaded Woods, he has a summon sign here, but we killed him, so it's gone. This is one of the 4 fights for Benhard of Jago. So if I go through this right now, it's just Throne Watcher and Defender. If I wait until I have defeated the Giant Lord, it's Throne Watcher and Defender, then Nasandra. And if I wait until I've killed King Vendrick, it is Throne Watcher, Defender, Nasandra, and then Aldia, all back to back to back. So you can make that a 1, 2, or a 3-phase boss fight. Of course, if you beat a phase and then die, it does checkpoint because you've beaten the boss, but... I tend to go for the 3-phase boss fight, honestly. If you pull it off, it's super satisfying, and if you fail, it's intended. Super fun. Throne Watcher and Defender is also a Romeo and Juliet fight. If you kill one, the clock starts ticking for you to kill the other. Otherwise, they heal them. I was hoping to get that fourth arrow off before you hit me. 1, 2. Again, I was hoping to get that arrow off before you hit me. You're just a little bit closer than I think, and you have more range than you should actually have. Oh. Study finds food and drink causes cancer. Good news, everyone. Stop eating and drinking and you won't have cancer. You'll have other problems, but you won't have cancer. I want to say it's 3 and then he dies of poison if he's got the same health as the one in Shrine of Amana. Yeah. It's clickbait, so you need to click and see what it is. Well, yeah, that's generally how clickbait works. Okay. Aldia's Keep. This area is a bit of a handful. Last required boss fight prior to Nassandra and the throne is in Aldia's Keep. Which is weird because it's absolutely not the last area in the game. Also, these guys petrify you. You need to be hollow to start a story quest here in a second. So, poison throwing knives. Well, next enemy I meet is gonna get it. This isn't a mimic. It is a mimic. You are not supposed to be a mimic, friend. Surprise, motherfucker. The surprise is that I lived on one. Oh, the malformed skull. Finally. Finally have the malformed skull. It's, you know, the piece of... It's the weapon I've been talking about. Oh, yeah, them walking around like the girl from The Ring. So much worse than them running up to you and kicking you in the balls like they do in Dark Souls 1.
Who are you? Oh. No, forgive me. I know you. Yes, of course. How goes your journey? I know not what you seek in this faraway land, but I pray for your safety. Please take these.
Okay, so we did Lucatiel's quest.
Consider this thanks for keeping me sane.
And if we let her walk away from this conversation, she despawns.
That will be quite enough.
But she's, you know, a warrior, so we're not gonna poison her. And we're gonna fight her fair. Ma'am, thank you. Ma'am. 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 Please leave the house. Please exit the building.
I won't die in this foul place.
Come on. Come on. You can do it.
My dear brother.
Apparently you can't do it. The lore implications is she walks out of the shack, she walks up the stairs, and you get invaded by her brother, and she is promptly killed. Because she tells you when you first meet her that she's never beaten her brother in a duel. Oh, hey, I was already one-handing it. So for whatever reason, that 1-2, that one-handed heavy attack, where you thrust and then spin, gives the AI problems. And I don't know why. Might be it has more range than, you know, you think it should. Also, they made this less mean in Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. So, in Dark Souls 2 Original, when you open this door and start walking forward, the dragon reanimates and rushes out the door and just kills you. But that's not the case in Scholar of the First Sin. I think it's this torch that turns it on. This is... You just don't want to do that. You instead want to walk over here and talk to the fog gate.
Well, you're nicely hollowed, aren't you? Are you tormented by memories? Burdened by guilt?
Not really.
Now the question, you are, then we ought to talk. This contains my power. Long ago, this naive vessel of mine set about devising new spells. The fool dreamt of bringing new forms of magic into the world. But instead, he created me. Mostly by chance, but he did a fine job, I must say. What he sought was strength, and so I decided to demonstrate. While my vessel slept, I'd find my mark and hunt him down. But my vessel did not approve. And so while I slept, he sealed the both of us away. No, I don't have anything against humans. But how is it that you go about defining good and evil? I'm only using what the gods gave me. How can that be so wrong? So what say you to a spot of murder on my behalf? If you don't, I'll leave this place and take more lives. Many more. I couldn't give a fig either way, so what's your choice?
Murder.
Yes, I see how very kind of you. I want you to kill a merchant named Gilligan. A greedy, foul man. He won't be missed, I assure you.
I could go for a spot of murder.
Bring me a ladder miniature as proof. Is the only person who'd have such an odd knick-knack.
Oh, you mean this one?
Fine work. This is my thanks. Take it. Now let's discuss our next mark. I want you to kill one more. Your target will be Kale, the man who's drafting that map. While I was trapped in here, he touched me, that maniac, like I was some rare specimen. He wore a strange helm. Bring it back as proof.
Murder.
Yes, I knew I could count on you.
I don't think I have Kale's helm.
Perhaps this will slake my thirst.
Did he give the man the bad touch?
I want you to...
Okay, cool. I don't have Kale's helm. I think if I go talk to Kale, he'll give me his helm because I've lit all of the Great Flames. Oh, right. The mirrors. The Mirror Knight's mirrors. I need my butterfly gloves. This is what's supposed to be the Mimic. I'm pretty sure from Dark Souls 2. Also, look how not centered that chest is. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. I forgot how much health you nerds have. The answer is all of it. Can I hit them while they're trying to break in? No. Oh, this mirror is not occupied. You took that one like a champ with the super armor. King's ring can go away. I need my knuckle bracing ring. Well, that's just mean. We're gonna wait. As you can see, I only have 900 some arrows. They're kind of a rare commodity. I don't want to go wasting them. And that's nothing that way, and that's nothing this way. The answer is just go forward. It's a Dark Souls game. The answer is generally just walk forward. Okay. Did not need to unpetrify that man. There was a second path. If you're wondering why there's so many petrifications, this man is barely contained and has a lot of health. I'm not worried about arrows being a premium on something that's actually kind of threatening. Magic stone, crimson water. You had a 4-person meeting about the heat being off. How'd that go? Maybe it'll be fixed. So it didn't go. Are you a mimic? Because Aldi is a bit of a sick fuck. Bonfire ascetic. That's pretty mean. No mimic, but we'll just make the game harder for you. Yank the dragon's tongue. Okay, so in this room you have a mimic. You have the Beetleborg. You have a dude behind this picture. You can come out now. Oh, a Pharaoh's contraption that turns the lights on. I forgot about this. That's it. That's all it does. It turns the lights on. I'm pretty sure you can get out of your cage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do without the mimic laughing at me from the ceiling. The mimic's trying to get out. I don't remember if the mimic can get out. That's the Chimera that's in... New Game Plus Sinner's Rise. I don't remember if there's more stuff behind the furniture, which is why I'm punching things. I know all of these pictures have a dude behind them. That was on my end, not on yours. There's your free Pharaoh's Lockstone to turn on the lights. And then you can ask yourself, hey, who turned out the lights? There's Hidden Bonfire, because this game is mean. And then there's this room. Oh God, is there this room? Because this is Dark Souls and you can't close doors. This man's gonna walk out. That's always one of the weirdest design choices I see in games, is you can't close doors. I'm going to hold on to this story for 40 seconds for the ad break to end. And instead, we're just going to strip down naked. Goat skull. Which is only used by the demons in Dark Souls lore. So Aldia found a demon. Where, oh where, are my weapons? Forgot the hat had physics. Executioner's armor. That's not what I want. I wanted the robes. Yep. I'm wearing the butterfly cuffs, and I was wearing Hexer's boots, actually. Knuckle bracer ring. Ring of regeneration. Gold ring. Oh, wait, is there a higher tier silver ring? No, okay. So, as I was going to say, before I went into that room and cleaned everything out, recently I've been playing a lot of State of Decay 2. It's a game I've thought about playing for a while and just never did. And a big part of that game is just open and closing doors. It's a disturbing amount of that game is just opening and closing doors. Sir, I need you to hit this. I'm about to get bamboozled. Real hard. That was not the bamboozling, by the way. The bamboozling is remembering that there is no keys, as the game is just about to teach me. Okay, who's ready for the game to teach us there are no keys? This is so sketchy, by the way. This man does so much damage. Okay, that one might actually have a key because he didn't explode it on contact. That went pretty well, actually. All things considered, that can go sideways very quickly. Second malformed skull, I can dual wield them. Okay, so there is actually a key for the... That's one room, by the way. That is one long room. Nobody asked for your opinion, Chameleon. They wouldn't use the same joke twice now, would they? They would, because Dark Souls is literally about remembering things. And that is the part where Dark Soul clones, the Souls-like games, fail, is in remembering that Dark Souls is a game about teaching. I don't think there is a summon for this boss fight. I think this boss fight is just bad and should feel bad. Yeah, this boss fight is just bad and should feel bad. This is the last boss fight in the game prior to the endgame boss rush. And there are still 2 more zones to go through after this. So there are 2 zones with no boss fights. Get in that free damage. And run away, because he's about to breathe fire straight down. If you're thinking to yourself, man, this boss doesn't have a whole lot of health, you're correct. And that's what they end the game on. That's the final boss fight prior to the final boss fight. And there's a reason for that. It's the final boss fight is brutal. Nassandra is not an easy fight. So you get a freebie right before Nassandra, so you can feel like you've learned and progressed and you're super strong. But in reality, that's the exact same enemy that we fought back in Hyde's Tower Flame. It's the exact same enemy. I think they have the same health pool. The one in Hyde's Tower of Flame, of course, can't do the jump on the wall and breathe down because there's no wall for him to jump on. But same stomp attacks, same fly up into the air and breathe fire straight down. Send that back down, because either I will homeward out of here, because I, as per the challenge rules, cannot light bonfires until I despawn everything, and this is the first path through, so nothing's despawned. Welcome to Dragon Airy. I need to take my gloves off. This area is super cool, by the way. Like,
Bearer of the
unironically, really, really cool.
Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free. Bearer of the curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this. Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
Do not resist is not a sentence that ever endears any sort of confidence. Okay, but the aged feather is actually great. So I can take homeward off now, and I don't need my chimes anymore, unless I want to do some spell slinging, which I haven't been doing. Because the aged feather is just infinite homeward bone. And And here's that Dark Souls design philosophy I was talking about earlier. You get to the first bonfire, you're immediately greeted with a lookout tower. There's the Emerald Herald. There is a path that is coming. Let me pull my bow out. So these are zip lines. So there's the exit. Can I hit that man, or do I need to put on the... I can't hit that man. Good. That's the explodey enemies, by the way. This area has 3 enemies in it. It has the explodey guys, it has Guardian Dragon, and it has Crystal Lizards. That's all it has. So I could grab this zip line and warp to the end. And just, I'm at Dragon Keep. From Dragon Keep, you zip line back to the bonfire. You can drop down onto this ledge, which goes that way and is blocked by a Fragrant Branch of Yore, and I'm not sure I have one. I do have one. Okay. So, Fragrant Branch of Yore takes you further into Dragon Airy. Or you can go the long way around to get to the same place. So if you don't have a Fragrant Branch of Yore, you can't do Dragon Airy. And you go straight to Dragon Keep. There is Crystal Lizard. I remember there being a heckin' bamboozle around here. I do see the explodey man next to me, and so does the game. Yep, if I hadn't hit the egg, I would have killed the Crystal Lizard there. What about this area? Do I remember? You break the eggs, you wake up the dragon gets upset because you're killing their children, yada yada, that's fair. He can kill the Crystal Lizards for you if he's feeling very generous. Oh, he deflected my my swing. Not like it mattered because he was 2 swings away from death. This is the game's introduction to the eggs are full of corrosion because you roll through the eggs to grab this, because why wouldn't you? You can drop down one of these holes, and I think it's a one-way path. The only way to get it is by dropping down, but I don't remember, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, it's this one. There's the eggs, yeah. We got one of the 4 crystal lizards we've run across so far. We're batting 1,000. Or, for more baseball references that I know you're all here for, you know, we're above the Mendoza line. It's, oh god, it's Fencer. Fencer kicked my butt last time we saw her. I have no intentions of fighting clean. Oh no, she's learning. Never mind, she's not learning. She just threw water at me. What the heck is wrong with you? She didn't actually throw water. What she did was, she's using the rune sword from Sanctum City, and she's using the, I think it's the curved sword from Freya. It's one of Freya's 2 boss weapons. So she threw a web at you. She's just hitting you with the Spider-Man coom. I don't remember how to get that item. Okay, Explodey Man. That's the bridge that leads up to where we were. If you take the shortcut, you have to deal with 1 Explodey Man down here, and then 4 Explodey Mans walk out the cave behind you. Because Dark Souls. Yo, real talk, when is the MCU gonna give us the Spider-Man storyline we care about? The one where Mary Jane dies due to radiation poisoning from Spider-Man. God, I wish that wasn't a real storyline. I don't know why there is a Spider-Man storyline that goes into the logistics of having sex with Peter Parker. 40%. We are 2 for 5. Dragon, wake up. Ow. I'm gonna chalk that one up to fall damage. Ooh. I gotta get right up on those toes. Ooh. Your tracking is a lot better than the other one. We were one of the lucky first batch people. We also did place our order at, like, before noon Eastern time, so potentially, there is no way that, you know, Tina and the gang waited until late in the day to open up the store for processing orders on Black Friday. But, you know, the order went in at butt o'clock in the morning, Austin time. So this dragon, I'm pretty sure you do not have to fight legit. Like, I don't think they have a way of hurting you. Oh god, it can fly. Checks notes. Dragon, fly. This was an unexpected result. It can fly, but it can't aim up. But also, it's too far away for you to lock on. That's not enough health to justify poison arrows. The reality is you can kill all 3, and I think there's only 3, Guardian Drakes using arrows. So this Guardian Drake in this arena, you have that ledge right there that you just jump up and down the ledge, which is why there's a, the spellcaster that I walked up behind, he's there to punish if you try that, and you don't notice him somehow. For that dragon, you have the vantage point. Oh, wow, I already triggered the, That Crystal Lizard got activated real early. Down to 2 for 6. That is still above the Mendoza line. Badass. And this is Dragon Airy. I mean, this is Dragon Keep. Is it you jump from right here? I don't remember. Only one way to find out. I would rather not. Okay. By the way, the game makes you RP walk across this bridge. And if memory serves, if you take too long to cross the bridge, one of the dragons breaks it. I can't light this bonfire, but this bonfire is a story bonfire. Aldia, who has popped out a few places as a giant figure, pops out of that bonfire as a tiny version of himself. He is Smaldia. Okay. This looks like it's going to be a gank, but it's not. These dudes have an honor code. You fight them one at a time. If you try to run away, then you get ganked. It's one of the neat bits of AI built into this game, having, you know, enemies with an honor code. They don't attack you unless you get too close to them. They let you fight one-on-one. I'm giving them a wide berth because I'm wearing the poison gloves, and applying poison may offend them. I'm really hoping I can get to the end of this area in one stretch. If you disengage to try and heal too much, that upsets them as well. I do need to get to the end of this area to progress the story, though. Which means a whole lot of walking. Oh, you have the shovel. Interesting. But I will take less total damage and less Estus use. I'm just gonna keep shooting this man with arrows. Because the Guardian Drakes are dead, and they don't come back. The Invaders are dead, and they don't come back. I mean, I may get invaded by Forlorn, but that's just the nature of the beast. Oh, and every time I'm doing this farming, I have to wear the King's Ring to open this door. So until I despawn the group of enemies in the pond and the monkeys in Aldia's Keep, have to keep equipping and unequipping the King's Ring. So that'll be a fun future Adam problem. Ooh. That was a get down, Mr. President moment. Black Knight Ultra Great Sword. Black Knight Halberd. Drake Keeper's Great Axe. Man, these guys have an awesome loot pool. Them and the spiders. Oh, I should have taken that death to go back and talk to Kale. Is that something I want to do? Yes. Because once we get Kale's helm... Once we have Kale's helm, we have everything for the assassination storyline. I don't know why I cut that one so close and decided to try and run into the gutter at speed.
There is something I wanted to tell you. I was born in the land of Mirror. Mirror is also the home of an infamous killer, a knight in name alone. He was locked in the dungeon for multiple murders, but shortly before his execution, he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness, and then, wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was Cray something. I believe. They shared some resemblance, I think. disappeared. I don't know what causes it. I would not venture far into that hole. It was blocked by a wall, something built long ago. But it was crumbling, and I finished the job. Now a foul sound echoes with you. Did you see the flame on the map? It wasn't there when I came here before. I don't know what explains it. But there is something greatly comforting about that flame. It seems to fulfill something very precious, deep within the soul. Something essential. I would not it was blocked, but it...
I don't know what fulfills your storyline, and honestly, I don't care.
Watch it.
Congratulations. Your map has been taken from you. You are gonna die one way or another. 'Tis the rules of this challenge. Shaded Woods, Forked Ruin. Okay, we can do the entire assassination storyline now. We only had to kill one person. Remember what I said about needing to heal less? Because there's not as much conflict? About that. Didn't have a lot of faith in the monkey fight going well, actually. It's like the monkeys don't deal a lot of damage, but if they get off a few lucky hits, I'm dead, and I would rather not be dead. Yeah, I'd be pretty close to empty if I had actually, fought the monkeys without healing. Don't think I would have died in that encounter, but I would have been close. Are you this floor? No, you're the bottom floor. And I'm not wearing poison gloves, so we can turn in all the assassination steps.
Fine work. This is my thanks. Take it. Now let's discuss our next mark. I want you to kill one more. Your target is Falcon the Hexer. As proof, bring me that peculiar scepter of his. What do you say? Yes, very good. But he will be formidable. Be cautious. Fine work. This is my thanks. Take it.
I think you just need 20 int and 20 faith and talk to Falcon and he gives you the scepter.
Now, you could kill a dozen like that and it wouldn't matter. I want you to kill someone of import. I want you to kill the girl in Majula, known as the Muse. They say that she is the last firekeeper, but they say a lot of things. That she's a gentle shepherd, lighting the way for you cursed fools. Nonsense. Once she is dead, I will have no regrets, and I will be content to remain here. The girl will have a peculiar feather. Bring it to me. Now go along. Yes, that's the feather. Good. Oh, that is very good. Your reward. Take it. What do you require? You've been good to me. Go on. Tell me what you need.
You can buy the moon hat. You can buy the Black Witch set, which I have most of anyway. You can get the Thunder Quartz ring. And then you can buy these 2 spells.
Well,
He's not the most exciting merchant, but you know, he is a merchant. And he will die later. Excuse me, sir, have less hyper armor. Come now, friend. Okay. Next up is... This man does not respawn. However, this man does respawn. I'm debating how thorough I want to be in my cleaning. I'm gonna press onward. So I can light every bonfire. But I'm not going to, like, deal with the dogs, because that's an extraneous bonfire. Oh, hey, you got your shield up. Oh, you drop mushrooms. That's actually a really good drop. You still go for the BS attack. Okay, cool. Those stay broken. I don't believe there is another way to break them. Okay, that is not the attack you were supposed to use right there, sir. I'm pretty sure this is not a door that you can punch open. I'm just gonna commit to that statement. Before I farm out this area, I will actually check if that is the case. Forgot to put the knuckle bracer ring back on. Oh, cool. That was a really, really fun dodge you did there. Where you peeked inside of a door to get the arrow off you. Just keep running. Just keep running. Okay. So, Dragon Airy, we are going to do a full sweep of. I think there's just one bonfire in Dragon Sanctuary. I think. Not 100% sure. The Emerald Herald, of course, returns to Majula, so she's not just standing there like a lump on a log. That man gets it. Because I don't want to deal with him later. Forget that he's there and just let him run up behind me. That'd be real cool. Okay, so that one we got. So we poke our head up here. What happened last time is that guy got in the way of us being aggroed on the Crystal Lizard. We need all 4 arrows, so we need full stamina to engage a Crystal Lizard. There are, of course, no more. Missed that one. So that one we could deal with by breaking the eggs, resting at the bonfire, and then coming back. So he's not running into the eggs. Whoa. Did take some equipment damage there. Those are, I believe, corrosive. Corrosive hollows. Looked like. Okay. That one said no. There was no enemies on that path except for the 4 dudes jumping out of the tunnel. Yep, definitely corrosive. And there are all our souls gone. But our gear didn't break, so that's actually preferable. Yeah, learning those guys were corrosive and not explosive was certainly a problem. With corrosive enemies, they don't die on attack. They just get to keep attacking. And all of their attacks are staggered. So they just keep knocking you down every time you stand up. And there's no whiskey drink, lager drink, or cider drink waiting for you on the other side. No tubs to thump in this bitch. Yeah, the way this song works in that situation is just I get knocked down, I get up again, I get knocked down. Repeat until you die. Not enough alcohol. I don't know if that would make the cycle end faster or longer. We are going to skip the mirror enemies on this one, because I just feel like making progress. We can actually skip the chameleon as well. Just walk around him. I am going to try and skip all of these enemies, actually. So I can... You don't get that lucky. I want to try and put the monkeys out front on a different cycle than these guys. And I've succeeded in that try. The thought process was currently everyone was on the same despawn cycle. So when I despawned the monkeys, I would have those guys despawned as well. And if I do need them to open those locked doors, it would be easier to have a memo going, hey, you need to do that now. Here's a good spawn point right outside of Aldia's Keep. We are actually going to pause at the top of this. So, YouTube, I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a bag of chips and use the restroom. Okay, YouTube, we're back from chip break. It was an eventful chip break. We had chips. I walked forward from the elevator to here because I felt this was a better idle spot than the elevator. Okay, cool. You're all caught up. We're moving forward. Oh, I thought I missed that guy. Okay. I was like, man, did I really pull that shot on an enemy who's not moving? Got a new trash bag, so it's minty fresh. Did you ever get your boss to justify the minty fresh trash bags? Because it seems like such an odd choice. Yeah. Nope. We're the only ones that's what he got. That sounds like a lie. That sounds like some pandemic buying. Well, there was no toilet paper in stock, so you get half ply. Okay, so that may be how to deal with that enemy. Change the angle I approach him, changes the direction he flees. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do something I don't do often in Dark Souls games. I'm gonna use a repair powder. Repair powder is one of those items that I hold on to because who knows when I'll need it. But the answer is you'll never need it. It'll never be useful in combat. And unless you're doing a challenge run, like no bonfire or deathless, really no bonfire. Even if you're just doing straight up deathless, but bonfires are allowed, you'll never have a use for repair powder. Where is Forlorn's? Oh, it's Scythe Forlorn. Oh, you've got to be Christ almighty. Shoot that man. That does a lot of damage if he connects. That was me overcommitting. If I had not overcommitted there, once I broke his guard, I could have done a riposte, but I overcommitted to damage and broke the riposte window. I was about to ask if anyone sees any crystal lizards, and then one ran away. Okay, that was some Dark Souls hitboxes if I've ever seen one. agree, dude. I agree. Return to last bonfire, going all the way back to Shaded Woods. And then I've already cleared this area once when we got Shaded Ruins originally. I don't remember how many times I did it, but I did clear to this door before I had the King's Ring. So I will get some amount of warning for Aldia's Keep despawning. Also, I hate that the King's Ring is an actual item you have to equip and not a key item in your pocket. So you have to put the ring on, talk to the door, take the ring off. It's so clunky. Oh, it's a hex. Man, just dropping hexes. Those two carriages theoretically could have been broken open, but I don't know if in reality you can get the troll to follow you that far. And the troll's already gone, so I can't, you know, respawn him and bring him back. I could bonfire Ascetic and that would respawn him, but I'm not going to worry too much about enemies that only exist in theory, and I don't know if they actually exist or not. My two chat ad timers are very optimistic. Both saying the ads are done like a minute before the ads are done. Did you want to do pizza tonight, since we have the pizzas and we haven't used the pizza stone in ages? That's fine. It's cold as anything. I was almost going to make some tea during that chip break. But I figured it would take way too long to make tea. Oh, that was a waste of a poison arrow. Don't hit the painting, please. I don't know if that man came out swinging or came out parrying. I can't tell. He used a life gem. I am going to... Since I'm full up on souls right now, if I have to take an L... to get one of them to break the door open, I am fine doing that. This locked door can be opened with the key you get from the dragon skeleton. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we don't need to do anything silly. I also can't advance the bonfire past this one in the stairwell until after I get that key. Because there are... I'm trying to see if you can see them through the crack in the door. There are enemies... Oh. Dying to a chip. Whew. There are enemies in that room. To get the key, you have to light all 4 torch sites. And that wakes up the dragon statue. Also, I appreciate in the Dark Souls wiki walkthrough for Aldia's Keep, this hallway is just referred to as Shrek 3. Do. I was about to ask what killed me as we're walking back, and I forgot why we were walking back. I had to teleport out because I went somewhere and there was no coming back from it. Which is even more reason not to jump down and grab that item, because that's another teleport out spot. And then I have to go through all of this again. And I just want to get to the end of Dragon Sanctuary. Bobby, you played Lords of the Fallen, right? The new one, not the old one. I don't know if Bobby's got his ears on. He might be working. He's a busy man. Do you have ears? In case anyone's ever wondering where I get the statement, "Do you have your ears on?" from, it is from Carnage. If he needs Barry to do something with the stream, he will ask Barry if he has his ears on. Doing this again, huh? Honestly, the crystal lizards is going to be the hardest part of moving the bonfire forward to Dragon Sanctuary. Maybe I do something like homing crystal soul mass to deal with them. Or I could do giant club, maybe? Okay, so there is a crystal lizard right there. Getting him to turn towards me was super cool. That is super lame. Yeah. Could also do a destructive great bow. That man is going to be a problem in the future. I see a not insignificant number of runs where I only go and fight that man. Those dweebs might also be blocking my ability to consistently spawn and attack that crystal lizard. So, they might die first. Oh yeah, the bridge wobbles every time. It's always cinematic bridge. And along with wobbling, it does fall down. That was a cool move. Does your sword actually do that normally, or was that an NPC specific attack? Okay, we've explored up to here. And then we died to this man. He had a much more aggressive pattern last time. Can I walk past you? need the poison gloves back. Are you a mimic? You're not allowed to lie. Yeah, this room. I didn't forget about this room. I remembered pain was coming. Thank you for having an opening somewhere. That's gonna be fun to farm that man 15 times. That's, you know, a fight that elevates the death count. Okay, that's my combo. Get your own. Egg. So the egg is a trade-in item. You give that to the merchant in Iron Keep. Okay. I abided by your rules. Are you gonna try and murder me? Could you? Thank you. Fair is fair. Check on this side of the staircase for an item. Check on this side of the staircase for an item. If you're thinking to yourself, boy, this looks awfully like a boss arena, it's because it is. This is an incredibly annoying optional boss fight. Also not a dragon. I believe it was Aldia tried to create a dragon using the corpses of giants. Okay, now we're into the real meat of the game. So, what did we just get? We got the Ashen Mist Heart. So we're gonna start by going to the area most people probably don't realize is an Ashen Mist Heart location. You got any good weapons? I can get Velstad's Bell. The answer is no, you don't have any good weapons.
Come again.
So if we go all the way back to Freya's Arena. You know, this walk's a lot less painful than last time we did it. It's a real pain in the ass last time we came through here. But if we go all the way back to Freya's Arena, I thought I heard something for a second. That is a dragon. And if you interact with this crystal, you can walk back in time into the dragon's memories. You can actually out of bounds in here. With messages turned off because I'm in offline mode, I don't remember where it is. There's, you know, the great forest that is destroyed in Gwyn's campaign against the dragons. Here's a dead dragon. You interact with it, you get an ancient dragon soul. Congratulations. Now, what can you do with the ancient dragon soul? I believe you give it to Orphanax and not Shrade.
Hello?
Yeah, you get the curved dragon greatsword. Which heavy attack launches a giant slice of wind.
Come again.
We do need to talk to Shrade. Just to see if he has any more boss soul spells. I know I'm missing a few, like Dark Lurker gives you a boss spell.
Very, aren't you?
That's right, you can get Dragon Rider's bow and either his shield or his twin lance. There's no reason to get his shield. It's okay. 100 block defense, but like, yeah, it's just okay.
Feeble, do you really?
Okay. Let's head over to Soldier's Rest. This was the one that we fought really hard to get to. And A, we want Seed of a Giant Tree. Giant Rest in Peace means we can't invade his memory, right? Yeah. Seed of a Giant Tree just means if I get an invader in something like Frozen Elium Lois or Sanctum City, and they're just in a real annoying spot, and I have no clue where they are, I can use Seed of a Giant Tree to turn all the enemies against them. Was a concept they expanded upon in Dark Souls 3 with the Mad Phantoms. Mad Phantoms being one of my favorite additions to the franchise. If I accidentally walk into the wrong tree, I have to feather out. But I'm pretty sure I know which tree is the wrong tree.
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers, and I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness, this is no place for you. I am Drummond, and the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass, but leave this place immediately. Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine. Long ago, the king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land. The giants have wills of steel. They cannot find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them. That is most certainly their king. He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying. My blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Those who live by the sword will die by it. And I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Be gone with you. This fort will soon fall. Be gone before the giants are entirely upon us. Be gone with you. Be gone.
It would be really mean if that was a mimic. That is the dude whose sword we are using. The Great Sword of Drummond, Royal Army Captain. Ow. I was pretty sure I could backstab them, but I wasn't fully confident. Sir, what you fell over for? There's also a time limit to remain in memory. Believe it or not, we wasted most of our time when speaking to Drummond. I don't know if you can despawn these enemies. This is one of those weird, like, caveats for the challenge. Hey, we're on the same side here. This is entirely your fault, by the way. We could have killed these giants together, but no, you had to focus your attention on me, so the giants were able to walk up behind you and kill you. I take no blame in this. Hey, that's one of the giants from the gutter. Giant warrior club. I think that's just a reinforced piece of wood. That corpse right there, I believe is the exit. No, there's more. Yeah, this is the big challenge of these memories. So you're on the clock. If you fail to get through it, your resources don't reset. But if you can despawn the enemies here, that is pretty huge. And by huge, I mean, that is so much work for future me. man had 1 health left. 1 HP in a dream. Okay, that's 3 kills on the door guard. 12 more to go before we figure out if he can be despawned. Hey, there's no iframes when fighting that guy. He knocks you down and just kills you. That's wild. Okay, well, we're 1 step closer to figuring out if the door guard despawns. And if I have to despawn the entirety of the memories. What was that miss? The Turtle Knights are doing work on these giants. You're dead. Now it's just big boy over here. For being giants, I keep forgetting you have surprisingly little slashing defense. For being creatures made out of stone, it's very easy just to slice right on through. We are, of course, wasting some of our precious time by grabbing items that are hidden throughout the memory. I believe this is our, yeah, this is our exit. But as you can see, the grayscale setting in. You don't get to enjoy it. Okay. Go again, but faster. Without the exploring, we have plenty of time, but it was running over and grabbing the items and looking around. Thank you for making this take longer than it needs to. You did just murk me a second ago, so I'm gonna be very cautious fighting you. And then here comes the thing where I have to be a little careful because these soldiers want a piece of you? You deserve that. Fully deserve that. You ran away from the giant to come after me. Oh, hey, you're not poisoned yet. Can you stop slinging those fastballs at me? Just succumb to your poison already? Oh, we got a torch. The final reward is a torch. The final reward is actually a soul of giant. The other giant tree is in the place unknown. But let's not do that one. Let's try and do... Yeah, okay. This, if we succeed, will be the end of the stream. If we fail, it will also be the end of the stream. So hopefully we succeed. And then we'll come back, we'll do the other Memory of the Giant. I will find out if... Hey, Dark Spirit Forlorn. What was that? God, you're annoying. I actually think I prefer the scythe one now.
Well, we meet again. What are you doing here? Who'd have thought we'd meet in a place like this? Fate just won't let us stay apart, will she? See, the old sword's caught your attention. Well, you've a good eye then. That has been in my family for generations. They say it is crafted with moonlight. And we all know what that means. It wards off evil. And I wouldn't trade her for all the riches in the world. It's said that no man has ever teased out the sword's true power. But And the right Hans. I see you've taken a liking to the sword, but this is one, so if you still insist on having it, then you will have to pry it from my cold Hans. I've a great debt to you. I, Ben Hart, swear by my honor to aid you in your darkest hour, so no problem, pal. I've a great debt to you. I, Ben.
Okay, the reason he's sitting there is because, for some reason, you can travel back in time to the invasion of the giants and summon Boundhound of Jago to fight a boss. You can also grab that ballista immediately and kill him.
Look at you, old friend. I see your travels way up on the edge. Just remember, I'm always ready to help. My homeland is in the Far East, a kingdom of honourable fighting men. And this sword, yeah, awaits a true man to wield it. I know how swords think, you see. My homeland is in the Far East, a kingdom of honourable fighting.
Welcome back.
And this sword, yeah, awaits.
You played the new Lords of the Fallen, right? Correct? Okay. Okay, I couldn't remember if you had just played the original or if you had played the new ones as well. New one, not ones. Idiot. It's a derp! I put on my poison gloves and got poisoned. Yeah, there's a hidden wall inside of a Pharaoh's contraption. It's really cool. I am absolutely going to warp out and not do the boss fight. But let's get my Explore on while I'm not doing the boss fight. Is this one not Giant Lord? No, it doesn't appear to be. And that is all the enemies down here. Okay. Mist has thinned. Soul of a Giant. So yeah, this is not Giant Lord. Yeah, we got that one. That one counts. We gotta go back in though. We only went one path, we gotta go the other. If you ever wanted to kill Barnhart of Jago for his sword, it's really easy in this memory. Okay, we seem to confirm there's nothing up here. And there is stuff up here. Where the devil is that? Okay, you're poisoned. I don't care about your existence anymore. You will die. So there's nothing here. The other room in the Pharaoh's contraption, there's nothing. It's directly through the floor somehow. Nope, that's me dead. No? No? Okay. You gonna fire? The answer was no. Yeah, the reason I was asking if you had played the new Lords of the Fallen is there's a really obscure criticism that is very much only something a Dark Souls player would do that you cannot do in Lords of the Fallen. Send an elevator back down. That room has an enemy in it. It has 2 entrances. And I can't figure out how to get into it. Can you interact with these lifts? The only thing I could think of was dropping this tread crane down. Because it's right there. And it's right there. Now, like a true Dark Souls game, it does not reset on death. But if you try to send the elevator back down, the door snaps shut too quickly, causing you to ride the elevator. Okay, this one should be Giant Lord then, because I'm running out of trees where I know that they are. Also, it's right next to a... Yep. This is Giant Lord. Captain Drummond, which is not who I want. Bernhard of Jago is who I want. Yeah, welcome to Giant Lord. This boss fight sucks. Remember the last giant from the beginning of the game? It's the same boss fight, but slightly harder. He's wearing some disco pants. Oh, thanks for joining us, Bernhard of Jago. You hit the boss once. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for nothing, nerd. I've timed out on that fight more times than I care to admit. Where was the first giant that we talked to? Because we have to go back and talk to Captain Drummond now. Because we've broken the siege on the castle, well, on the fort. We haven't gotten a death count in a while, because I stopped checking. So, recording's a little bit over 3 hours. Yeah, let's get a death count after this. All that's left is Nasandra, by the way. I have to farm up through Dragon Sanctuary to get Aldia to spawn. Because you have to talk to Aldia in every location. And then we'll do optional boss rush.
Enough. Madness.
Yes, please.
You dare.
He upset. Because apparently I didn't dispel my poison fast enough. How do we un-upsetty spaghetti them? We go to the chapel threshold. We pray for a ghost.
When you face done, you seek eternal. Your sin, me, you will always.
And then we ask the Spirit to forgive our sins, and all is right in the world. That's strangely religious. But Bobby, if you ever get to Dark Souls 3, let me know if you want to Mad Phantom run it. Having played the game by myself and with Mad Phantom, I think it's the best way to play it. There's just something that is hard to replicate in Dark Souls. That is friendly fire.
Take these. I think you may just need them. Don't ask me why. I just do. Be gone with you. Be gone.
Okay, so that is that done. So all that's left is Nasandra and optional bosses. A lot of optional bosses. So let's go to Majula. Bernhard of Jago is in his final location. He will always be in that memory in Cardinal Tower. Are you gonna do console or PC?
Bearer of the... until...
3 levels, okay. Because console, I'll have to run a new character, and I'll probably run them through to New Game Plus first. PC already have a character that's ready to go. Okay, YouTube. We're at 161 deaths. I feel like last time we checked, we were in the high 150s. It's not been a death-filled stream, and farming, I died once. So, I don't think we're going to break 200. Console for now. Okay, I would have to. I have it on all 3 platforms as well. I would have to run through on a console, because the cool thing about Dark Souls 3, and actually, we're gonna make this a Twitch exclusive. YouTube, thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on the globe.